Good morning. Off to the gym. It is the third day of the week, or at least for lifting, and this is my extra day, one of my 2 extra days. And so what I mean by that is, so my standard program I have with my coach is 4 days split, and so you can break it up however, but I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. But what I'm able to do with certain muscle groups is to also go in Wednesdays and Saturdays. And certain muscle groups, the reason for it is because they can handle a little extra and don't, in the normal programming, don't hit it too hard. Now, why do we do it that way? There's probably a few different reasons. One is just you can't hit everything and crazy, and, limited time and all of that. It's probably one of the big ones. But 2 is, I don't know what number 2 is. But anyway, so kind of I'm hitting a little bit of biceps, triceps, shoulders, abs, calves, forearms. Yeah, and so I got to crank through those. Yeah, so I do that today. I think do 5 sets of each of those. And so I have to push through it pretty quickly. But none of those exercises are too systemically fatiguing, because it's not like legs where it's just very taxing and exhausting on your whole body. It's just such a big muscle group. So like biceps, get sore in the buys and the pump and everything, but you can recover from it quickly. Same with shoulders and triceps. Same with triceps, a little bit bigger and can get more sore longer, but still could recover pretty quick as well. And then calves recover quick, and then I got abs and forearms also recover quick too. And so I'm gonna push through these. Gonna have probably less time between sets than I do on some of the other bigger muscle exercises, and to push through and work to grow. And then tomorrow is we back on regular programming and another leg focus. And so speaking of legs, it's a couple of days after, could still feel some of the soreness from the exercise on the workout on Monday, which is awesome. Getting better and better and better. Still working on getting my knees over my toes a bit more on my squats, but getting an improvement. And so I don't know if it's just limited ankle mobility or something else, but I continue to struggle to get that form really dialed in for my squats. It's getting better. Coach watched my last videos and getting better, but just he gave me another cue to try next time around, and I guess I'm leaning a little bit more on my toes than I should be. Everything's still on the ground. I have my heels elevated, but I need to push more through my heels. But trying to get my knees over my ankles, because I'm really focusing on that quad development, and that's why I wanted doing the squats, is working on those quads. But I have been noticing a difference. Like I wear compression shorts, underneath my normal shorts, and I could feel that there's, those are getting tight. I don't do measurements of all the different body parts, but there are signs elsewhere that there's growth happening, right? And like one of them is how your clothes fit. That's a big one, and something that felt looser now feels tighter, and that includes like my compression shorts, certain pants. They feel a little bit tighter. Some of my shirts, I'm feeling that too, which is great. But there are signs of the improvement, even if you aren't actually measuring it. You have signs, and that's one of the things too with your sales career. That's what you're doing, or other things too. Is there oftentimes will be signs of growth and improvement, even if you're not directly measuring it. You start getting that subjective feel. Hey, things are picking up. I can feel it. Like maybe you're not tracking everything exactly, but you're getting more phone calls, or return calls than you used to. People are answering more. People are asking a lot more questions. You're starting to see you're getting more leads. Now, it might not be a tidal wave of leads or avalanche of leads, but you're starting to feel like, okay, I'm getting a couple more this week, or that I do at this time, and it starts to build and build and build. And why is that happening? Well, it's likely happening because of the work that you're putting in and the things that you're doing on a daily basis to grow. And that same thing with lifting weights. Now, I know there's people that measure all their body parts, and they're tracking that specifically. Now, there are certain things of mine that I'm like my waist circumference and a hip circumference and that stuff. The coach wants to measure that stuff because is that it also is indication of things. Like, even though I say the scale's not moving, but those measurements are changing. That's telling different things for him. Maybe eventually we start measuring other stuff too, but I'm not, well, whatever. But and when it comes with work, you start to get those results too. You start to see things or feel things starting to improve and starting to grow. It's the daily activities, the daily things that you do start to net results. And I tell you, is the salespeople that don't do it are always finding excuses not to do stuff. They're the ones that are struggling. They're the ones that don't have much going on. They're the ones that complain about the market, the ones that complain about how they don't have things. They're going to keep getting that because they're not making the changes necessary, putting the work necessary to grow. And so it's imperative that we put the daily effort in to improve. Now, we might not see it every single day, the growth, but that's why it's so important to do it, is because the people that do it, they're going to see it, versus the people that don't, which is most people, they're not going to get it, and that's your competition. Your competition's not putting the work in daily. And there's this speech called the common denominator of success. Fantastic. Look it up. It's an awesome speech in the 40s. And in it, he says something along the lines is that he realized or found the secret of successful people. And the secret of successful people is they've gotten the habit of doing the things that unsuccessful people hate doing. But he also goes on to say it's not that the successful people necessarily like doing those things. It's just that they just made the habit to do it. And now he is talking in the context of business and sales, which you could apply this to so many different areas, but that's for us too. The successful people are the one prospecting every day. They're talking to prospects every day. They're the ones that are working to develop relationships every single day. Those are the ones that grow. Those are the ones that get the results, is because they are in the habit of doing the activities that unsuccessful people aren't doing or aren't consistently doing. And you might not see the growth immediately, but know that it's happening. Well, you can say, well, what if I skip today? Well, if you skip today, you're not going to notice anything. If you do it today, you might not notice anything. But you build it up over time, it starts to have a compounding impact, kind of like doubling a penny. And so put the daily effort in, consistent effort in, and see the growth. All right, I'm at the gym. See you later.